Hello guys, thank you for viewing this tutorial, and this video is going to be a simple tutorial on how to send an email and text message through Java, right? And so sending an email programmatically is a rather simple task to complete. It can actually be very useful sending an email within your application rather than using a third-party application. So yeah, this tutorial would show you how to accomplish that using Java and Yahoo Mail. All right. So first things first, you're gonna want a Yahoo account. And so if you don't have one already, you wanna these are the steps to create one, or this is the steps to get a password that you're gonna need in order to log into your account through Java, right? So um, once you create your account, or if you have an account, you sign in. You want to go to your account settings, and from there you want to go to your account security, and then on your account security page, you want to scroll down, find a link or whatever called generate app password. You want to click that. There's going to be a drop down menu that opens. I'm going to scroll all the way down to other app and click that, and then it'll allow you to enter a custom name for your application. And once you enter your custom name, you want to hit generate password, and this will generate a special password for you to use in order to authenticate yourself in your Yahoo email through Java or through your application, right? And so you want to store this generated password they give you in a safe place, and that will yeah, it will just allow you to authenticate, right? And so these instructions on screen will be in the description, and this link right here will take you straight to the security page in order to get all that stuff done, right? So the next thing you want to do is you want to create a new password, or not a new password, but you want to create a new project rather, right? And so you want to go, you want to make sure Gradle in Java is selected, and we are using IntelliJ IDEA, by the way, but you want to select Gradle in Java. We're going to go next. We're going to call this send email and text Java, right? Not right. And so we're going to save this right on my desktop. So we're going to finish. Right. So now, first thing you want to do here is there's going to be a build.gradle, and it's usually the first file that opens. So you want to click it if it's not open already, and you want to add in a statement. And so we're going to add in compile javax.mail mail 1.4.7, right? And you add this in dependencies, right? And so what this does is it allows us to use this library within our project, right? Great, will take care of that. So you just reload it, and the second thing you want to do is you want to go to our project directory to the right or to the left here. I'm gonna go right click, new, and we're gonna go file, and we're gonna create a file that is gonna use to hold our message, and we're gonna send this file in an email. So we're gonna go text to send dot txt. Make sure that it's there. We can ignore that, right? And so now we have it. It's blank right now, but once we build the program, will allow us to fill this in and send it, right? So now that we have those things taken care of, we're gonna add a few methods. Oh, actually, hold on, I'm moving too fast here. We're gonna create two classes here. So I'm gonna go to Java source main Java. Create two classes. One is gonna be called main. The other is going to be called send email or send message. Why not? Send message is a more appropriate name. All right. And then this is going to be responsible for sending our message, right? So now, first thing we want to do is we're going to establish email properties as well, or set email properties as well as establish an email session, right? And in order to do these things, there are a few methods that I have pre-written. So let me just drag those over real quick. Hold on a second. Right, so you can pause the video here to copy this down, but I'm gonna explain it real quick. So in our set email properties, we're gonna this is how we set up the servers or whatever we're gonna use to log into our email. So we're gonna be using SMTP, and we want to authenticate, so we're going to set this to true. We want to enable our start TLS, so we set that to true. We're going to dictate what host we're using, so we're using Yahoo, so we're going to set this to this value right here. And then the port we're going to be using is 587, right? I'm not going to get too much into detail what all this means, but this is generally what you need to have. Okay, and in order to establish an email session, we're going to we're going to return a session.get instance, and in here we're going to plug in this method right here. So right here it appears right here. So we're going to plug in our properties, and then comma new authenticator, and in this nested method we're going to go protected password authentication, and then get password authentication, and then in this nested method we're going to return a new password authentication. And right here is where you plug in your information that you got before. So right here, username is anything that's before your @yahoo.com. So if your email is example user at yahoo.com, well, you would plug in example user. Anything that's before @yahoo.com is your username. You plug that in, and then you want to put comma, and then your password is going to be the password you generated. Obviously, I just replaced this as a placeholder, but this is going to be what you paste in, or this is where you paste in your generated password. And using the establish email session method, you log into and authenticate into your email address that you created earlier, right? So now we got that out the way. We want to create another method. And this method is, we're going to use this to actually send the email. So we're going to go private static void, and we're going to go send message underscore as email, right? And so in here we're going to bring over some more code. We're going to instantiate a few variables that we'll need. So we're going to paste that in there. Get this down real quick. Let's put that over. Alright, so now we're going to establish these three variables. Let's make room for most of the code. Alright, so now you have these three. You're going to start off with an email. So I'm going to just call this company email, so to speak. Right. Start off with the company email, and this company email is essentially going to hold your email address that you're sending the email from. So just for some privacy, we're just going to do another placeholder. So username at yahoo.com. And so obviously you replace what you have in this string, and then we're going to copy over some more code. Sorry about this, it's just a lot. So we're going to copy Alright, so now I'm going to clear this up. We're going to have to throw message interception over here, and that'll take care of all that. And we're also going to have to pass in string user email, right? So now we have this. I'm going to bring in some more data, and then I'll explain it. Right. So now we have this method, and so we want to instantiate three variables up here email content text body part, and then the message. The message is what's going to hold everything, and it's going to be sent. The email content, is just gonna have, I guess, everything you see in the email, and then the text body part. Let's see, the text body part is it's gonna be a part of the email, if that makes sense. I'm sorry, it's really hard to explain, but these do all work together importantly. So yeah, you definitely need all three, right? And so we're gonna go my message, and we're gonna call this message equals new my message, and then we're gonna use this method to establish a my message, right? So we're gonna establish our email session, and then we're gonna use that to create a message variable, right? And so then string company email is the email you used, and so now we're setting the properties of the message, so to speak. So we can go message sent from or set from, and so now if you plug this in here, it allows us to show that the message you sent is from that email that you specified earlier, right? And then we're going to add a recipient. And so we're going to go message.recipient type .2 and then comma new internet address, and we're going to pass in the user email. So that way when this method is called, we're going to pass in the email that we want to send an email to, and then this is going to be the user email that's passed in is going to be used as the recipient. So then we're going to set a subject. And so when we receive this message, the subject is going to say message from Java, so that way you know exactly, this is from our project. And then we're going to instantiate a file name, a variable, and we're going to give the value text.send.txt, which is a direct reference to the file right here, right? And then we're going to go data source. We're going to create a new data source, and we're going to pass in our file name. And then we're going to go text body part.set handler, new handler, and we're going to pass in source, which is right here. And then we're going to email content.add body part. We're going to add the text part to the email content, and then message.set content. We're going to set the content to the email content. And last but not least, we are going to then send our message here. So after all this is done, we're going to send our message, and we want our users to know when the message is actually sent. So we can go, after that's done, we can just add a print statement that says message sent, right? I know this is a lot, but bear with me. It'll make sense more as we continue writing, but this is some of the things that you need in order to get started. Thank you for watching this part 1. There will be a part 2 of this tutorial, so just be sure to tune in for that. Thank you.